Coming up on the newscast today, police are searching for the man involved in 4 Forest Acres robberies.
He came walking through the door with his gun out, made the customers get on the floor.
How can people in the area protect themselves? And next, find out what Black Friday sales are beginning before trick-or-treaters get to finish their candy. And Thriller. How one man decorated his home for Halloween.
This is kind of our thing for the year in the neighborhood.
All this and more coming up next.
Hello and happy Halloween. Welcome to Carolina News. I'm Ashley Dyer.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us on this Friday. I'm Emily Pasillo.
Police are searching for a gunman they say has committed armed robberies in the Forest Acres area. There has been 4 robberies on Forest Drive in the past 2 weeks. Carolina News' own Princess Faith reports people working in the area are on edge.
This sound shouldn't be the prelude to danger.
The suspect in these robberies is considered armed and dangerous. If you have any information that could lead the police to an arrest, contact the Forest Acres Police Department or call Crime Stoppers. 5 Richland County Sheriff deputies and a former convicted employee of the agency are facing tax fraud charges. Employee Maribel Crisco filed fake income taxes for Richland County deputies. Vivian Belton, Bobby Cohens, Cedric Jacobs, and Valerie Gibson each submitted 1 or more false tax returns from 2006 to 2013. All have been fired and the case is still under investigation. Dreyer and Camden high schools are facing punishment from the South Carolina High School League after the October 17th brawl between the 2 schools. Both teams' appeals were denied by the league on Thursday. Vince Dacus went out to Dreyer High School this morning. Vince, did you find anything out?
Well, there wasn't really anyone available to comment from Richland 1 or Dreyer to speak to me this morning on the issue. One teacher who wished to remain off camera mentioned that they're just trying to get their feet under them at this point. And some of the staff mentioned they are still unsure about everything that's going on right now.
What looked like normal post-game handshakes turned violent when 2 students who have been charged by Camden police started to fight.
The appellate panel of South Carolina High School League will hold final appeals on Monday morning at 10 a.m. at the league office. Both schools will release statements at that time. Dreyer will play at AC Flora tonight and Camden will play at Chapin. Ashley, back to you.
Thank you, Vince. It was a long week of summer-like weather, but this morning was much cooler. Our weather reporter Laura Smith is at the Williams-Brice Stadium to tell us what to expect at the football game this weekend.
Well, happy Halloween from the Williams-Brice Stadium. It is absolutely beautiful out here, but bundle up Gamecock fans. Tomorrow, 90% chance of rain, and it's going to be very windy. Winds at 20 miles per hour, so that means by tomorrow night, temperatures dipping down into the mid-30s. It's going to be very cold. You will need your umbrellas and a coat to keep you warm. Into Sunday, it will be sunny, and then that will last until your next work week. All those details coming up later in your 5-day forecast.
A Virgin Galactic spaceship test flight leaves 1 dead and another seriously injured this afternoon. The company announced on Twitter its Spaceship Two experienced an in-flight failure. Virgin Galactic has planned for years to use the spaceship to transport paying passengers to outer space and experience a few minutes of weightlessness before returning to Earth. It tweeted that today marked its 35th flight.
Maine's Governor Paul LePage is threatening to force a nurse to stay away from public places. Casey Hickox recently returned from treating patients in West Africa and thinks that her rights are being violated. The nurse is supposed to be quarantined in her own home, but instead went out for a bike ride Thursday. Hickox doesn't understand why she needs to stay at home, and the people of Fort Kent are troubled by it.
Why she's being so defiant, I'm not sure, but it's causing consternation here, and people are trying to ask why she won't honor it. It's a simple thing. Stay in the quarantine till it's over, and we're good.
The governor's office says the negotiations with Hickox collapsed over proposed guidelines that would allow her to leave her house, but would keep her out of public places. Governor LePage says he'll take legal action if necessary to protect public safety. After being on the run for 48 days, suspect cop killer Eric Freen is finally behind bars. Police say Eric Freen had a mission to kill. Investigators say in September, Freen ambushed 2 state police officers, killing Corporal Brian Dixon. After ambushing the officer, Freen then fled into the Pennsylvania mountains, worrying some residents in nearby areas.
It was hard to sleep for a few nights, worrying about where is he at.
Freen made his first court appearance this morning. Prosecutors say they plan to seek the death penalty.
Robin Hudson, owner of the popular barbecue restaurant Hudson Smokehouse in Lexington, died yesterday at 60. Hudson's expertise in barbecue came from years of family cookouts, and the restaurant relied on his recipes that he developed after years of cooking for friends and family. Hudson Smokehouse will host a party this Sunday at 5 p.m. to celebrate his life. Starting a business can be a daunting task, especially when you don't have a business degree. But one new barbecue restaurant and its first-time owner is managing to beat the odds. Will Tilley met with this young business owner to see how he's holding up to the challenges.
You can find Brooks Herring talking to customers behind the bar at Cockpit Barbecue, but he's not a bartender. He's the owner.
Cockpit Barbecue offers student discounts and is one of the first off-campus restaurants to accept the Carolina card.
Coming up, one house is lighting up the street for Halloween. Tonight, thousands of people will dress up in costumes and go door to door, but one house in Columbia's Forest Acres offers trick-or-treaters a different type of treat. Nichelle Torres takes us there.
3829 Lynbrook Drive is a very popular house on Halloween night.
After Halloween, Wood will take down the tombstones and get ready to decorate for the next holiday. Before you head out for a spooky night of fun, we have some steps you can take to make sure your Halloween is fun and safe. The National Traffic Highway Safety Administration reports that Halloween ranks in the top 3 days of the year for pedestrian-related incidents in the U.S., and 48% of those accidents involve a drunk driver. Halloween brings lots of trick-or-treaters to the streets and lots of partiers as well. Safe Kids Worldwide says an easy tip for safety is to encourage kids to wear costumes that are visible.
On Halloween, you want to encourage your kids to be seen. So on their costumes, add a little bit of reflective tape or a glow stick, or have them carry a flashlight, something that will make them visible to drivers.
They also recommend talking to kids about safety precautions before they start trick-or-treating.
The crazy day of holiday shopping that usually starts after Thanksgiving will start before trick-or-treaters even have time to eat all of their candy. The start of the holiday shopping season will kick off tomorrow. Amazon and Walmart will cut Halloween short by starting holiday deals nearly a month early. Amazon will feature more products and increase its Deal of the Day feature to include 2 daily deals from November 1st until December 2nd. They are among several retailers promoting Black Friday deals weeks before the actual event.
Well, it's time to check in with our weather reporter, Laura Smith, at Williams-Brice Stadium. Laura, what a beautiful view of the stadium. I hope it stays that way for the game.
I'm not the only one enjoying this beautiful weather here today. Look at the painters. They are getting the field ready for the big game tomorrow. Gamecock fans, bring your umbrellas and a coat to keep you warm. You'll need it. All those details coming up next.
How bizarre is it getting snow on Halloween? Well, unfortunately, in some states, the Halloween forecast is looking a lot more like winter. Blasts of cold air and snow have hit the U.S., including Oklahoma, Chicago, Tennessee, Virginia, and New York, and all the way to the mountains of North Carolina. And it just keeps on pushing through, not only in the East Coast, but the West Coast as well. And now our weather reporter, Laura Smith, joins us. A cold and white Halloween seems interesting.
We won't see a white Halloween, but Asheville, North Carolina, some parts are getting 8 to 12 inches of snow, but winter-like weather here expected, but no snow. So we're in the clear for that one. So currently right outside,
Well, coming up, see one-way fans show their Gamecock pride for Halloween. While some people dress up in full costume for the night, others show their Halloween spirit in a more traditional way. Gamecock fans can show off their team spirit by following this pumpkin design to create a one-of-a-kind Steve Spurrier jack-o'-lantern. The Steve Spurrier design is just one of many pictures people can use to put their own personal spin on the holiday.
Well, that's a fun one.
That is really fun. I mean, I like that. Steve Spurrier pumpkin, I mean, come on. That's really nice.
Yeah, you'd put that on your front step?
I would definitely put it on my front steps.
All right.
That's all the time we have today. Thank you